I mean, earlier this week, we were telling you about a report that the Democratic National Committee was considering an early nomination of President Biden, make sure he was on all the ballots around the country, and also quiet down some of these rumors about him dropping out. If anything, the rumors since then have picked up. So let's bring Rusty Hicks in, DNC delegate. He's also the chair of the Democratic Party out in California. What are you hearing out from your post about what might happen next? I'm sure an early nomination is still a possibility, but we've heard so much since that story came out. What are you hearing now?
Well, certainly we're in constant communications with the DNC and our chair, Jamie Harrison, who's keeping us informed about all the important work that we have to do in this election cycle. Obviously, an early nomination process was in place to ensure that the Biden-Harris ticket was on the ballot in the state of Ohio.
Yep.
And so, I think it remains to be seen what exactly happens with that, but we're certainly in constant communication with our folks at the DNC.
What are they telling you, if anything, about Biden, though, being at the top of the ticket?
Well, certainly you have heard the president say directly that he is in it to win it. You've heard the White House press secretary affirm that today. Certainly I recognize that the debate was hard to watch. And I think the president will have to do better. I think the president knows that he will need to do better in the coming days, weeks, and months. But one bad debate does not erase what the Biden-Harris team has done for the American people. And so whether it's 15 million jobs that have been created, expanding healthcare access for so many more Americans fighting climate change, pushing back on corporate price gouging that is affecting middle and working class Americans. That's the work that California Democrats are excited to get to work to do.
How much does polling matter in these decisions? I've been saying throughout the week that theoretically it should. You're either fit to serve or you're not, whatever the polls say. But the New York Times Siena poll that I think a lot of people were anticipating has come out. When I say anticipating here, the numbers pre and post debate, and the campaign was getting out ahead of this, saying, oh, it could be a tough number. And, it was for the president. You see, pre-debate, he was up 3 in likely voters. Here's Trump was, and here's post-debate, Trump's up 6. Again, you go look at registered, it's +9, that number right there. So basically a 3-point swing to Trump. The other number that stands out, Rusty, 74% in that poll said Biden's too old for the job. So how much does that play into it, do you think, in terms of conversations that are going to be happening over the next few days?
Well, I know as well as you know, and your viewers know, that the only poll that matters is the poll on Election Day. And California Democrats are on the ground doing the work that really matters. It's pretty easy in this moment to agonize about and hand-wring about one thing or the other. But that's not what we do here in California. We're about the job of organizing. So we're on the ground, on the streets, in neighborhoods, in communities, phoning and knocking and texting and doing the hard work that it really takes to win. And that's what we're going to continue to do.
The other thing, I have it on the tablet in front of me, I'll put up about when people speculate about potential replacements if Biden decided to drop out, are the numbers on the head-to-head matchup. So 40-40 Biden and Trump. I would say, this number, for the sake of conversation, we won't talk as much about the Michelle Obama number that's in there. But the other number that we can talk about is right next to it. Kamala Harris is only down by 1 against Donald Trump, 43-42. So again, you look at that and you say, well, you know what? I'm not sure who our best chance is if I'm the Democrats. How do you look at it? Because I think your concern, right, as a party organizer would be, what about down ballot races if there's not so much enthusiasm? Maybe Kamala Harris could have some enthusiasm behind her.
Well, I think there's 2 things here. First, we are incredibly proud. California is incredibly proud of our Vice President, Kamala Harris. She was our Attorney General.
Right.
She was our U.S. Senator. She comes from California and carries California values with her to the White House. And she's an important part of the Biden-Harris ticket. She supports the Biden-Harris ticket, and she has our support in that capacity. She supports Joe Biden, and we support him too.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.